Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Now I want to dwell on, without wasting much of your time, I want to dwell on how Betta Edu, Dr. Betta Edu, of course she's trending, so we will stop talking about her. How Dr. Betta Edu, the former embattled Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, implicated Mr. Olatunji Ojo over the alleged 438 million naira funds from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Now, in this particular documentary I will be showing you, you will not only see how Mr. Olatunji Ojo, the Minister for Interior, got implicated. You will also see right from history where Mr. Ojo, the present Minister of Interior, I told you yesterday that he has been in Aso Rock begging for his position, so they don't suspend him too, but expect his suspension very, very soon. I will show you his link right from time immemorial when he was involved in corrupt practices, not in this government, not in this government. Now, this is how he was exposed. Apart from his involvement in the company that he allegedly owns together with Dr. Betta Edu, the same company he came out on air to deny that he had recursed his ownership from since 2019. But a quick check at the Corporate Affairs Commission document for that company says that Mr. Olatunji Ojo and his wife are still big shareholders in that company that is co-owned by Dr. Betta Edu. The same company that was used to launder the 438 million naira from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs in tranches of 100 million and above. After he came out publicly in an interview, you will see these video evidences. I have lots of things for you. After he came out in an interview to deny the fact that he has stopped being a shareholder in that company and all that, he said it publicly. An old man lying to people, or let me say a young man lying to people, lying to Nigerians. And then we discovered from research that the CAC documents still have his name and his wife on it as big shareholders in that company. That is aside. Sometime in 2020, when the present Senate President Godswill Akpabio was being probed for irreconcilable funds and missing amounts of money from the NDDC, the Niger Delta Development Commission, where he was asked to oversee at that time. Did you know that during the probe meeting, that probe was headed by a chairman House Committee probing the NDDC affairs? Did you know that that chairman probing the NDDC affairs that time was no other than Mr. Olatunji Ojo, this same present Minister of Interior? Did you know? Now, can you remember the scandal about the off your mic? Please, sir, can you off your mic? Sometime in 2020, when Godswill Akpabio was trying to deny or defend, let me say defend those who shared the money together with him. You remember? You will see the video evidences in this documentary. No wonder when Godswill Akpabio became Senate President, he compensated Olatunji Ojo with the ministerial post. Can you now see how everything is falling in place? Everything is now falling in place. We are now understanding why all of these people get compensated over time for favors they have done in the past. Olatunji Ojo was the head or the chairman of the committee that probed the NDDC affairs, where Godswill Akpabio was under hit, under questioning, under scrutiny that time. You remember that particular incident, right? You will see all of them from this video. So I can say categorically, before I show you this long video documentary by Ojinika Okwei, from her what is trending today, you will see that this same Mr. Olatunji Ojo has long been involved in fraudulent activities. First of all, he shared from the funds that were, or from the proceeds that were gotten from the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs and then the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, where Godswill Akpabio was the head. That time, he was even called to answer questions, and Godswill Akpabio was trying to expose them. But he used diplomacy to close the whole thing and said Godswill Akpabio should off his mic. That is okay, that is okay. Godswill Akpabio was trying to explain but he didn't allow him because he knew that if Godswill Akpabio explains, his name would come up. Then he was now allowed to thrive and then given a ministerial position many years later, and then he has been caught again. That means this man is really embedded in money laundering, and he has really been very responsible for stealing billions of naira under various and subsequent governments.
Reports linking the Minister of Interior, Olatunji Ojo, with the 438 million naira contract awarded by the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, to New Planet Project, a company the Interior Minister co-founded and is currently a significant shareholder. The minister, who was cited at the presidential villa on Tuesday following the controversy, had claimed on live television that he is no longer involved in the running of the firm, having resigned as a director in 2019.
The company in question was a company where I was a director, and about 5 years ago, I had resigned my directorship over 5 years ago.
You own the company?
Yes, I founded the company 15 years ago.
Because the document online shows
definitely
that yourself and your wife, isn't it?
I founded the company 15 years ago, but in 2019, when I got to the House of Representatives, when I won election, precisely, I did a change of this is it. You can have a look at it. This is, you can see there.
That is a CSC document.
Certified true copy dated 2019, almost 5 years ago. I had resigned as director of the company. Is the company not entitled to bid for anything? I am not. I did it. I'm not Minister of Humanitarian. I'm Minister of Interior. This company can never work under Interior because that would be conflict of interest. That would be abuse of office. I never did that. So, and the company is a private entity. For me, I know there'll be a lot of pushbacks. And I'm saying this very clearly. This is not my first public office. I was member of the House of Reps. And as member of House of Reps, before I had resigned as a director.
Well, that was the interview that was trending on social media. I mean, there's so many things we got out of that information. The fact that he has owned, that he owns the company, and he's a significant shareholder of that company, its many law as well. The payments set to be made to the company, founded by the minister, include 279 million naira for the verification of beneficiaries on the National Social Register, and an additional 159 million naira for the same purpose. The company, which was registered on March 3rd, 2009, still has the minister and his wife, Abimbola, listed on the CAC website as directors. This was the question that the anchor was asking. It shows that you are still directors. I mean, why did CAC not remove it since 2019, 5 years ago? In the meantime, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, back in 2020, named the Interior Minister, who was at the time a lawmaker and chairman of the House Committee for the NDDC, as one of the many National Assembly members who benefited from numerous NDDC contracts. Adesuagiwa Osage interviewed the minister for our Untold Story project as he tried to clarify the allegations.
So as NDDC chairman, there's a very infamous situation that happens when the former minister, now the Senate President, Akpabio, is speaking and you ask him to off his mic.
I never did.
It was not you?
I didn't preside because I recused myself.
You recused yourself?
So it was my deputy chairman.
It was your deputy chairman.
Who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's you people now. Okay. If you look at your chairman,
Honorable Minister. That's okay.
The two chairmen can explain to you. That is why I was a member. I was a member of the NDDC committee.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me explain.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me explain now.
It's okay.
You must not allow the two chairmen to handle the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
off your mic. Honorable Minister.
Like me.
Yes, of course, I always believe I come to equity and I come with clean hands. So I had nothing to hide. So when they said they were in cover, I said, okay, I recused myself so that we'll be able to say everything. He's not a man that has something to hide that will insist he needs to decide over his own case.
I'm sure you all remember that off your mic scandal. At the time, Olatunji Ojo recused himself from that committee so that the investigation could go on. But Akpabio at that time also clarified that, oh, he made a mistake. But you could hear him there. He said that the chairman of that committee benefited from so many projects, which is the main issue. Let me take a tweet on social media. This is from Chris, who wrote, Minister Olatunji Ojo should be suspended as part of the ongoing investigation. 1. Minister Olatunji Ojo claims he is no longer a signatory to the account of New Planet Projects Limited, which got a whopping 338 million naira from Dr. Betta Edu, is not acceptable. 2. His wife is a director of the company. 3. He also remains a key shareholder and person of significant influence. 4. It is alleged that Bumi Ojo colluded with Betta Edu to divert more than $500 million naira to himself, of which a significant amount relates to consultancy fees. 5. If his activities are properly investigated, you can be assured that he will also have awarded a contract to Betta Edu from his ministry in return, or Betta Edu will benefit indirectly from his millions. Young ministers cut deals and embarrass the youth. 6. We are not calling for his suspension for being a signatory to the company's account. Instead, we are calling for his resignation in case of a conflict of interest. 7. It is also evident he has used his position to influence his company to get the contract. 8. We are also calling for an investigation to unravel dealings in Betta Edu's schemes that have not yet been discovered and possible prosecution. 9. The only way to guarantee a fair investigation is for him to resign or be suspended. 10. We acknowledge his current efforts in the government. However, corrupt individuals must be dealt with decisively. Making an effort to make our passport issuance system better is not an excuse for being corrupt. He is only doing his job as a minister. I think Chris put all the concerns of Nigerians in that one tweet. He made mention of so many things, which for me, the most important is that idea of conflict of interest. Because you could hear Bumi in that interview saying, how can I be awarding contracts? That contract will not work under the Ministry of Interior because it will be a conflict of interest. There is no difference at this point. Dr. Abati, really quickly.
Okay, there are rules and regulations in the books. It is just that, unfortunately, in Nigeria, nobody respects those rules. They are often, observed in the breach.
Now, before I call it quits, can you now see why lots of people are of the opinion that young people should not be given ministerial positions, or the young ones or the youth should not be inculcated into government? I am not an advocate of that, no. I am an advocate of the fact that youth should be brought into government so as for us to see new innovations and new strategies of recovering lots of lost glory in governance. All right, but with what Betta Edu has done and with what Olatunji Ojo has done and other people in government like Sadia Umaru Farouk, these people are young people. Do you think that young people will be given another opportunity to hold positions or to inculcate young people into government, or even women? Because I don't understand how we came up from the Okonjo Iwealas, the Ngozi Okonjo-Iwealas, the Dora Akunyelis, the Ndi Okereke Onyikes, the Obi Ezekweselis, and then we landed here. How did we get here? All right, we landed on the Farouks, the Sadia Farouks, the Betta Edus, and the other people, the Diezani Alison Maduekes. All right, so, well, I don't think this should be a yardstick for, subsequent governments to, stop inculcating youth into government. But this should be or serve as an eye-opener to every youth that is going to be brought into government, because there will be prying eyes on your activities. So get careful so you don't soil the names of the youth in Nigeria the more. Thank you so much. Like this video, share them, drop more comments for us in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.